Hello, everybody. Let me check my mic. I'm good. I got levels. I think you can hear me. Weather extra. Got a lot to talk about today. I have a lot of graphics for you. And it's going to be probably about 30 minutes is what I'm going to try to shoot for here. Yep, that coffee mug has a picture of my face on it for anybody who's new. It's not because I'm completely arrogant. I promise it was given to me as a gift by Mr. Brad Travis for Christmas. And every time somebody sees that coffee mug, they're like, boy, you must be really into yourself. Nope, not really. Not at all. The picture's like from like 9 years ago, trust me. I'm not trying to live that dream anymore. So yesterday I was in Dutton, had some storms come down County Road 224. Well, first off, if you all know County Road 224 in Dutton, it has this amazing view of the cove, right? So I see all the lightning in the distance, and I can see this like massive shelf cloud coming towards me, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get on the road here and get back to Huntsville. I got to about Aspel, and it was like, and I went by the refugee there, the Saudi refugee where the water is, where you cross over the causeway kind of, and it was like white caps, and the winds were crazy strong, rain coming down, couldn't see a thing, lightning. And I had to pull over to the landmark Baptist church because I couldn't even stay on the road. There was a two-car, two 18-wheelers actually side by side hit each other up in Paint Rock, and it was really nasty. In fact, I really want to show the storm damage reports. I had those up here, and I don't know where they went. Why is my radar up? Hang on a second. I gotta go. I gotta check something really quick because I don't want this. I want this. Let me see if I can get this. That's what I want. So storm reports. I wanted to start with that. So we had a few storms on Thursday, and then Friday ended up being the second front. There's like 3 passing through. That was the main brunt of everything, and that was some of your strongest storms. Hi, Vacation Valley. Hi, Kevin. Good to see you all. Good morning to you all. Thank you for stopping by. If you have any questions about the weather, just ask me. If you want to talk to me, I see 73 eyeballs. Just talk to me. If you say something mean that hurts my feelings, I'll cry. But other than that, we're good. Any bad weather? Mainly just rain. I'll get to the forecast in just a moment, but I'm going to set the stage for what we have. So storm reports yesterday, where you see those light blue. In fact, let me see if I can take that lush. See the light blue on there, and then the darker blue that looks like snowballs. So snowballs are hail reports, and then the blue is wind damage. Look at all the wind damage in Jackson County. I drove through that line of storms. It was nasty. So I would imagine there's still people without power in Jackson County. Joshua, EMA, and Jackson said that at 7:13 this morning there were still people without power. A lot of people. So that area got hit pretty hard. And then back into Huntsville, we had some hail here. So it was pretty epic, obviously. Some heavy rainfall and some very impactful weather, right? So Thursday was like kind of played down. Friday kind of played up. Where are we at for Saturday? What we got right now is a high top radar that is down. So I have to go to Columbus to get your radar. So what happens is the stuff to the east gets very blotchy, but it is lightly raining in portions of Jackson County, DeKalb County. Then you pick up another area of showers near Huntsville, and then a more organized line of showers off to Russellville and Florence. And this is your theme for today. Not much severe weather. We'll have some rumbles of thunder, but the concentration of more like heavy rainfall will be an issue, and probably not as many storm reports as we had yesterday. The temperatures after the rainfall, a lot of times you think they drop. They did. In fact, when I was driving home and got to Woodville, it was 59 degrees per my truck, and it was like 81 when I left Dutton. Temperature dropped like 20 degrees with the colder air, so it was pretty intense. Right now, low 60s in the morning isn't really all that cold, but what happens today is the temperatures don't rise. They just get stuck in the 60s. So it's kind of a rainy, showery, cool day with a few rumbles of thunder. The dew points haven't dropped yet. There's still a front that has to move through everybody. So until tomorrow, that's when the dew points will drop, and the air will become a bit drier. Doesn't mean Sunday's going to be great. I'll talk about that in a second. But there's Huntsville. A lot of clouds, some rain just recently. There's some showers falling in the Shoals. Shoals was dry on air this morning, but yeah. Kevin says the water accumulation on the parkway between the overpass yesterday was incredible. It was about 6 inches deep. Yeah, I mean, the rainfall was torrential. I mean, it was crazy coming down. And it was terribly timed, too, right during the evening commute. What a terrible time for all that to come down. Maya's talking about when will the storms be gone. I'll talk about the forecast. I'm getting to it, Maya. I promise. I'm slow to get there, but so there you go. So there's the timeline. So we got some showers out there now. We'll have some rumbles of thunder throughout the morning into the afternoon. I'll show a timeline graphic here in just a moment. Showers will likely linger until the afternoon, late afternoon for areas east. Notice your temperatures in the 60s, and some of the rainfall will be heavy at times. Don't expect widespread severe weather today, but a wind gust to 30 with some heavy rainfall certainly is possible as we go into the day today. So there's 9 a.m. That's perfect right there because the time is 8:30. Showers to the east. You see that line of rain out towards Phil Campbell and Russellville? I just showed you that on the radar, right? So what happens is that line to the west starts to move east. So if you're in Athens or Decatur, Huntsville, areas in Lawrence County where they're trying to have the Strawberry Festival today, yep, rain comes down heavy at times, some lightnings, some small hail, some wind gusts, probably not as strong as yesterday, but up to about 30 miles an hour. That rain is now moving east at the noontime hour. Your winds are out of the southwest. If you don't have any thunderstorm winds, they'll still be kind of gusty. At 1 o'clock, big old bullseye of heavy rain right along I-65 into Decatur and Athens, and then brushing western zones of Huntsville, Fayetteville, some heavy rain down to Coleman County. At 2 o'clock, that rain shifts east of I-65, and it's raining like cats and dogs from about Huntsville down to Arab. Still some rain to the north. Now, as this line continues to move east, there's a few showers and even some rumbles of thunder off to the west that will develop behind the main line. So the main line by 3, 4 o'clock is moving through Jackson and DeKalb County with some heavy rainfall south of Arab towards Aniana, south of Albertville towards Boaz. That first one crosses the state line, and then one more push of showers and storms, a very quick moving line of showers and storm cluster to the evening hours for areas east, and then out of here. And by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, it's just cold, chilly for this time of year. Temperatures around 50 degrees, and overall, not a bad start to the day. And you think, wow, we're done with the rain. Everything's fantastic. We're good to go, but not so fast. Little wraparound low pressure, upper level low cutoff. It's going to throw back some cloud cover on the day on Sunday. Winds turn northwesterly. Temperatures in the low 60s, wind chills in the 50s, and a few spotty showers on Sunday. Remember when it was like 80s and humid to start the week? This will be a dramatic change for Sunday. What I'm going to do is I'm going to first off read some comments because you're all commenting and I'm being a slacker, and I apologize about that. Vacation Valerie, the host, Vacation Valerie, I have been awful keeping in touch with you lately. I'm so sorry. I had a really busy week, everybody. I'm so sorry. Hi, Katie Smith. Hi, Dave. He says howdy to everybody. Vacation Valerie, the hostess with the mostest, will say hi to everybody, so say hi back to her because she's really awesome. Maya, I just talked about the rainfall for today. I hope that helped you because I know you were waiting so patiently for that. Hi, Angela. Good morning to you. Always a pleasure. It's kind of weird not having Havoc games right now, but it's good seeing you on, and I hope all is well. Lauren says, Porch Fest today in 5 minutes. Porch Fest sounds good. I'm assuming outside in the front yard sounds like Porch Fest today in 5 points. Got it. That's an event. Never mind. Yes, not 5 minutes, but yes, probably some rain for Porch Fest. It's going to pour today, everybody. It was so funny because Claudia was like, Strawberry Festival in Moulton, Lawrence County area today. Festivities start at 8. I'm thinking to myself, now toss it to weather so I can tell everybody how miserable the weather is going to be. But yeah, it doesn't look good for Porch Fest today. A lot of rain in the forecast today. Not severe weather so much though. I guess that's good. D, good morning, Jeff, and all you weather enthusiasts. Have a wonderful Saturday. Also, Valerie, good morning, because D, you rock. D is rando, everybody, if you don't know. I call him D. There's a long story behind it, but I can't tell you what it is. It's a secret between me and him. So, Vacation Valerie says hi to Angela. Lauren making an announcement on Facebook at 11 a.m. for Porch Fest today. Yeah, I don't think it looks good for the area. There'll be some very heavy rain right around the noontime hour. Again, I don't think there's a lot of lightning with this, or severe weather, but there'll be a lot of lightning with the storms. We had a lot of lightning strikes yesterday. Probably not best to have people outside. Could you maybe squeeze part of it in with heavy rain? Maybe, but then, once you get people there, or once you're hanging out, the last thing you want to do is stop the party, so to speak. So, yeah, not looking good for today, rainfall-wise. And I'll talk about something here in just a second. I want to reiterate the weekend. I got you, Lauren. I hope I helped you. 1 minute ago, you posted a weather announcement. So yeah, I'm forecasting really heavy rain today. So 9 a.m., I wanted to zoom out and show you the big picture because I think sometimes when we zoom up too much, it's hard to let you know exactly what's happening. So watch the thunderstorms. One line east of us, one line west, and it starts to move closer to the area, and there, boom, hits us, right? This afternoon into the evening, and then it's out of here, right? A few little showers may be lingering in the evening, but we're mainly done. See that little spin up in Cincinnati? Doesn't look like much, right? All the rain's north, and we think, wow, we're drying out for Sunday, but this is what I was talking about. There's this thing called like a cutoff low or an upper level low, and it's just going to spin around. It's going to retrograde back to the southwest. What does that mean for you at home? Look at what the clouds do. See how they come right back into the Tennessee Valley and all the showers are with it? That is why we can't get into a mostly sunny day tomorrow. We may start off with some sun, but it'll quickly fill in with clouds. And the higher chance of a light shower on Sunday will be for areas north of the river. Other than that, really cool temperatures will be the headline. So we're 60s today. We're 60s tomorrow, but a completely different 60s. Because it will be like blustery and cloudy with the winds. I don't want to say blustery, that's used for winter. But after we clear out tonight and any sun we have in the morning tomorrow, the clouds quickly fill in. And a spot shower, cloudy, 63 with wind, that's going to feel like fall. 10-day forecast. I want to talk about something for just a moment really quick. Good morning. Cassandra, good morning. Anyone got any hunting land, Colton? No. That's a good question to ask. Patricia, good morning to you. Lauren says, I'm not going, so I'm good. Okay, that's good. Anybody else who was thinking about going, probably not going to work out for Porch Fest. Sheila says, watching. Hi, Sheila Davis. Good to see you on. Kay says, all the rain and storms have really aggravated my knee. Much more pain lately, but hopefully we won't be in a drought this year. Yeah, there's a trade-off. Yeah. Hopefully your arthritis, if you suffer from arthritis, obviously it's tough. It's not good. All right, let me see if I can figure this out. Boom. So you can still see the 10-day, I think. So I feel like I'm talking to you when I have my face up here. Not that I want you to see me. It just feels more conversational to me. I feel like when I'm just talking over the graphic, anybody can do that. So 10-day forecast. Do you all remember back on Monday and Tuesday, we were like, wow, once we get past the rain Thursday and Friday, the weekend looks great. On Wednesday, we shifted gears a bit. And I'm going to explain why really quick. Because a lot of people are like, you guys stink and you can't get the forecast right. So what happened is things changed. Like a lot of times somebody will ask me, you have rain on the forecast on Friday, today's Monday. What do you think is playing out time-wise? And in the weather world, 4 or 5 days away is like a long time away. There's a lot of things that can change. So what's happening is the reason why there's more rain for your Saturday and we had to add the rainfall for Saturday is because the frontal boundary is taking its time getting here and moving slowly, right? What looked like was going to be a Friday night event is now turning into be more of like a Saturday event on top of what we had yesterday. It's like a 1-2-3 punch instead of a 1-2 punch. That explains that. On Sunday, we had to add a few showers because that little low pressure, that little cutoff low, you saw it in the graphic I showed you with Cincinnati and it was spinning around, right? Throwing those clouds back to us. That cutoff low was never even part of the forecast on Monday or Tuesday. That all came about on Wednesday. And what that does is it throws some clouds back our way. It probably throws some clouds around back on Wednesday. That's why I went Monday. That's why I went partly cloudy. Tuesday, it drifts away far enough that I think we go mostly sunny, but our next system from the west moves right in. A lot of people are like, well, what's the timing like for next week? Looks like Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then another round Wednesday night into Thursday, and another round Friday afternoon, and then another round Saturday night into Sunday of next week. But I'm telling you right now, like all the timing of the rainfall is likely going to change before we even get there. So I always use the 10-day forecast and tell people, don't look at like verbatim, like it's not like cut and dry. There's going to be some changes, especially after day 2 or 3. It always happens that way. So like beginning of last week, it looked like this weekend was going to be knock it out of the park awesome. And the front slowed down. The cutoff low wants to be part of the forecast now, and it means really cool temperatures. Whenever you have one of those little cutoff lows, it's like its own little pocket of cool temperatures. And when you have one near you, it's usually going to be cloudy, gray, spot shower, 60s on Sunday. If it was in the winter, it'd be 40s. I mean, that's what it does. It just creates like its own little cool air. It's kind of crazy how it works out. But so I hope that helps out. Wow, I saw comments. Vacation Valerie. Brent says, good morning from South Alabama, but I read a comment already ahead of you that says that you used to be from Huntsville. So thank you for joining us from South Alabama. Well, you had some pretty nasty little storms this morning. It was just some light rain for us here, but there was some big storms for you this morning. They were like severe, but they were loud and bright, I bet. Maybe a little bit more north. I don't know exactly where you are, but. Hi, Annabelle. Good to see you on. Maya says good morning to everybody, which is great. Good morning from New Market. Beth Lindsay's on, which is fantastic. Vacation Valerie saying hi. Brent talking about how he's from Huntsville. Good morning from Strawberry, Alabama. I like that. Strawberry, Alabama. Edger, good morning, Jeff. Have a wonderful Saturday. You too. Always a pleasure seeing you on. Always appreciate the good mornings in the morning. Even if it's at 4:30 when I first get on. I always appreciate that. Makes me feel like, yeah, I'm here for work and somebody's paying attention. All right. So timing the rainfall out, for those of you who are just popping on now, we're up to 126 eyeballs. I'm not on here for severe weather, okay? Take that out of your mind. This is just a weather extra. I'm just casually talking weather, chilling out with you, and just kind of just rambling about weather. If you don't like weather, it's probably not your thing. If you want to know what's going on today, I've given you an hour-by-hour forecast, but I'll sum it up for you right now. I'm going to pull the fade back out. See if I get this to work. Yep. Look at me go. Look at me go all techie, Jeff. All right, let me get you back. I'm going to backwards up a little bit, everybody. I don't have the weather computer in front of me, so my hands are a bit tied. So I'll go through this again for everybody. For those of you who are just joining with the eyeballs going up, if you have plans today, we are expecting rainfall to be heavy at times. Severe thunderstorms, not really part of the equation today like they were yesterday with some damaging winds and power outages, and also some large hail, but probably more just big rainmakers today. You're going to probably still have some thunder, so if you have anxiety, it will probably dial that up a bit. But I don't think it's going to be something where we're talking about widespread storm reports like we had yesterday. The rainfall yesterday, timing out with the evening commute, was a literal nightmare. Hour-by-hour forecast. You have some rain to the east this morning. You have some rain to the west. It's the rain to the west that will be tracking through Lawrence County during the late morning hours and into areas of I-65. So I call it the traffic triangle, Athens to Decatur to Huntsville back to Athens, impacting those areas around noon that you see there. If you are not in the little red, yellow colors, you're still waiting on your rainfall. But as it moves east, a pretty good swath of heavy rainfall. There'll be some lightning in there and some rumbles of thunder. Eventually clearing Huntsville by about 2:30, 3 o'clock. Decatur by 2, Athens by 2. Areas of west will probably have a little lull in the action, but there'll be another round of showers and storms that will probably clip you by about 3, 4 o'clock. The main line shifts to Sand Mountain and also into Lookout Mountain by about 3, 4 o'clock. The first line crosses Georgia about 5. The second line, still moving through Huntsville, brings another burst of rain by about 5, 6 o'clock. And then finally, that moves along the I-590 59 quarter and clears Georgia by about 7 or 8. We clear out temporarily tonight. You wake up around 50 tomorrow. Clouds work back to the area around our little wraparound low pressure and brings a few spotty showers to the area, but it's mainly just a much cooler day, cloudy day, and it will feel like fall for you for tomorrow, and that will be on May 4th. May the 4th be with you, everybody. Cinco de Mayo on the 5th, and if you have plans on the 5th, it looks a lot better. Cinco de Mayo. A lot of festivities and activities, even on a weekday, which I love about Cinco de Mayo. They don't stop because it's a Monday. Nope. And I have Monday off. Don't think I'm not going to celebrate with a margarita. Renata, I think, good morning. No more storms. We are saturated in Trinity. Poor dog is unhappy. Yeah, doggies and soggy weather, not good. Not good. I understand. Yeah, can't help it today, though. More rain, unfortunately. Probably a good old soaker. Another gully washer today is what I call it. There's some more in the way of looking at the next couple of hours, what's going to happen. There's your showers and storms. A bigger picture shows the line moving through around 1 o'clock. And then it moves out. A few lingering storms in the evening. See the big twirl up there to the north. That's the cutoff little upper level low. Look at it throw the clouds back on Sunday. There'll be a few spotty showers that will eventually lift north. Then we get back into some sunshine on Monday. Though I still think that there'll be some clouds. I still think there's going to be some clouds as we go into Monday. I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet. So there's your forecast for this afternoon. Rain should shut down towards the afternoon. And as we go into the evening, we'll clear things out. It'll get better. Hang on a second, everybody. Tonight, chilly, around 50 with gradual clearing. Any sunshine in the morning on Sunday is temporary. Clouds build back. It's cool. It's just a cloudy, chilly day. It will feel like 50s. And there's your 10-day back up again for those of you who missed it before. I'm trying to go back and forth on the graphics so you can see them, okay? Hi, Deborah. Good to see you on. Deborah Madden's on today. Laura Lee. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't have my glasses, so it's a little hard to see the comments, but I see good morning, and I appreciate that. It's good to see you on. Evangelist Maria, New Market. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Nicole's on. Good morning from Gunnersville. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Sheila, bad weather or good weather. If you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Sheila, I love that. Oh my gosh, that gets a heart right away. Somebody already hearted it. 2 people did. Now I'm going to be the 3rd one. That's adorable. I love that. Bad weather, good weather, doesn't matter, because if you see someone without a smile, give them yours. I love that. I'm a big fan of that. I'm going to say that to everybody. You see, don't frown at me. Turn that frown upside down and smile, and you smile at them. Always do kind things, right? Do one kind thing to somebody, and it will trickle down, and another kind thing will happen to somebody else down the road. Beautiful place. Won't live anywhere else, Nicole says. Renata, no, we have a rescue that must have been left outside at some point. He barks the entire time a storm is coming. Yeah, you know what? I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Renata. A lot of us on here have dogs that do not like thunderstorms. I have Rubble and Sky. Rubble is a terror with thunderstorms, and I think something happened to him before we adopted him, because we rescued him when they were 7. Now they're almost 9. Rita Wynn's on here a lot. She has some dogs too out in Mentone that have major issues. I would talk to your vet. So I got in touch with my vet, told him what was going on. I mean, he was going to hurt himself. He was jumping from like high dressers trying to get down, and he would crawl behind the toilet and get stuck. It was real bad. So they gave us a prescription, and you can talk to your vet about it. And some people don't feel comfortable doing that. I have to give it to him every time, or he's going to hurt himself. And it works great. And I just give him a little love too. I got to have him in my arms. We're like Thunder Buddies now, and it works. Sky, she's okay. But Rubble, he gets upset. But you're talking about how like trying to calm him and stuff like that. Even like if the weather radio goes off and has a little beep to it, they're done. Especially Sky doesn't like the beeps on the weather radio. But the thunder she's okay with. But that's something you might want to do. Check with your vet and see if they want to give you some advice, and if you want to go that route. Something to think about. Hi, Nancy. You're welcome. Good to see you on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Heather, good morning. Is going today be loud in Athens as yesterday? I think there'll be some thunder. I don't know if they're going to be as loud. I mean, yesterday was some bangers. Yesterday, like, I was driving home and I was in my truck, and the thunder was like, I felt like it was rumbling my truck and shaking. But yeah, they were big time boomers. I got back into Huntsville and there was one. I'm thinking, I just got to get home from my dog. He is like probably freaking out, but they could be loud again today. I don't think they're going to be quite as numerous, but can't rule out some decent thunder and lightning with some of the storms today. Again, I don't think it's widespread severe weather, but those big boomers that shake the house are pretty intimidating. Those shelf clouds yesterday were pretty intimidating too. And a lot of times shelf cloud is not a wall cloud, okay? Usually if you have a shelf cloud, it's just the leading edge of a thunderstorm. It's all the cold air that's rushing down from the downdraft, and it's it's dispersing itself over the land, and it looks like a roll cloud, and it's coming at you. And a lot of people think it means tornado, but it doesn't usually. It usually means wind and rain. But we had a ton of shelf cloud pictures come in yesterday, and they were really cool. I saw the coolest shelf cloud when I was leaving Dutton, coming down Alabama 40 to 35 in Scottsboro. But if you know Alabama 40, you don't pull over on that road. It's like this going downhill and uphill if you're going to Henniger up to Dutton. But anyway, I didn't pull over. I got down to the bottom and I was like, I'm 35. And I'm like, I could get out of my truck and jeopardize getting hit by a vehicle to take this picture. So I'm good. I'm going to stay in the truck and just go. I was all right. I had a cigar. I didn't feel like getting out in the rain. So Nicole talking to Valerie, which is fantastic. If you don't know Vacation Valerie, it's Valerie Kirby Carey. Those of you who are new to this, she's pretty awesome. And feel free to say hi to her. She's pretty cool. And she's the hostess with the mostest. She says hi to everybody. Stan, good morning, Jeff. I got 2.6 inches of rain yesterday with a little dime-sized hail. Yes, thank you for the update, my good friend Stan. Many locations Thursday and Friday picked up anywhere between 1 to 3 inches of rain, and I imagine there was some locally higher amounts with some of the torrential rainfall we had. So, yeah, it was solid, and there's more today. I mean, that rainfall today isn't going to play games. It's going to be heavy at times. Brady says, rain, go away. Yep, hopefully tomorrow, not much, if any, rain at all. So hopefully it will go away. Christy says, good morning. Good morning, Christy Bradford. Thank you for saying hi. Heather says, someone in our neighborhood had their house or yard struck just up from us and my ear rang for an hour. Yeah, I heard one time when I was a kid, I had lightning across the street strike somebody's in-ground pool metal ladder, and I was like here, and the house was here, and I swear I was like 8 years old, and I still can hear that like it happened yesterday. It was like that loud. It was so loud, like it was crazy loud. There was a couple of lightning strikes last night reported that hit trees and knocked them down, and there was a tree on a house. I think it was in the Hartselle area, I'm guessing. Pretty sure it was Hartselle. Those make for better words, stress jackets. Yeah, Laura Lee says they also make for better word stress jackets for dogs to help calm them, like thunder jackets, and you can wrap them around them. I can't get Rubble to wear one, but if you can get your dog to wear one, it's like kind of hugging them, and I think that gives them comfort. I just have to hold my dog because he won't wear one of those, but that's something too. There's a lot of different options. Nicole says the lightning was something else too. A lot of lightning yesterday. A lot of lightning. A lot of cloud-to-ground lightning yesterday too. There was actually some cloud-to-cloud too, though. Stan Barbie, I knew what you meant, dime size, dome size. It's okay. Never formally correct you. We just do what we got to do. You write what you have to write. It's okay. I knew what you meant, buddy. You're all right. Fur Babies, company called Pet Honesty, and they have calming chews that work great. There you go. A lot of advice on how to calm the dogs down, which is good. And that's a big thing. I had some fireworks at my house the other night, too. I'm like, come on. It's not July 4th. What are you doing? It's not even Memorial Day weekend. Come on. Vacation Valley, everyone's good. Good. So I got back to the end of the comments. So I've left the 10-day up for a while. I talked about the rain for today, kind of giving you the basic idea, the timeline. Bear with us for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and next weekend. We might be able to pull some rain out of a couple days. We may have to add a little bit more for one day. Anytime you have patterns that send waves of rainfall through, we've had this happen multiple times in the past 2 weeks. It's very tricky to time those. This week, Thursday, really didn't play out nearly as much as the forecast models had indicated, but I felt like Friday played out a little bit more aggressive is how it played out, whereas the models maybe weren't quite as aggressive in the beginning, but then, boy, Friday morning that all changed. But anyway, so you get the basic idea of the timing of the rainfall 4 or 5 days out, that it will be like an accordion, it will play around with that. But the rain today looks like a definite for out those plans. Severe weather not likely. That 20% spot shower I've already talked about for Sunday looks very isolated. I would focus more on the 64 cloud cover and breezy conditions out of the northwest, which will make it feel like October instead of May. It'll be completely different. Deborah, yeah, rain all week. That's exactly what I was talking about, Deborah, right there. Is snapshot of the 10-day looks like it's like Armageddon, like rain everywhere. But give us a chance on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 5 days out, to manipulate the timing of those. If a lot of that rain falls at night on like Wednesday night and then again Thursday night, and if it doesn't affect the daytimes, a lot of people are like, hey, I'm sleeping, I don't care. So give it time before that plays out. We had rain Thursday and Friday earlier this week, and it barely rained on Thursday, rained on Friday. We had no rain for Saturday and Sunday. We had to add rain for both, especially tomorrow, especially today. So give it some time to play out. We'll see how it does it. Everyone, snapshot of the 10-day, if you just go to the webpage and see it, it doesn't quite give the explanation, So, like if you time out that rainfall, it actually is Tuesday night into Wednesday, Wednesday night into Thursday, Thursday night into Friday, and then Saturday night into Sunday. And if it falls mainly at night, most of the days will be just dry. So it just depends. Depends on the timing. Timing is everything. Isn't that famous from something? Stan talking to Valerie. And on that note, I want to make a dash. What time is it? I want to dash. That's a song, by the way. 8:50. Yeah, it went about 30 minutes. I know my gig. I got this. All right, so everybody's try to stay dry today. Get ready for some cooler temperatures tomorrow. Probably a little hoodie going on. Brad's in tonight. He'll have the very latest on the forecast for you all. And I'm out. I will be back tomorrow morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at 5 a.m. Everybody have a fantastic day despite the rain, and have a fantastic start to your weekend.